In this video, I'm gonna teach you the fastest way to make your first 10K in 2025. Let's get right into it. So the goal, let's start with the goal, $10,000 a month, okay? In order for you to make $10,000 a month, the first thing that you need to do is you need to figure out what problem do I want to solve? Once you understand what problem you want to solve, for instance, me, when I was in college, the problem I wanted to solve was I wanted to get fitter and more ripped while being able to balance a high level degree. I was studying for engineering and I wanted to still be ripped and I wanted to still be jacked, but I didn't know how to do so, right? I didn't know how to stay lean. I didn't know how to build muscle. So what I did was I then solved the problem. I solved the problem by doing my own research, practicing, learning how to get leaner, learning how to, right, get in better shape. And then I realized that me solving the problem helps me teach how to solve the problem. So I figured out that I needed to get in better shape. I wanted to look good. I wanted to be more attractive. I wanted to just be more jacked. So I solved the problem. The two ways to start creating any kind of business or service is to ask yourself, what problem do I want to solve? And then you solve the problem, right? Some people might take it the other route and they show their journey. Solving the problem. So if you don't solve the problem, let's say you don't want to, you haven't got to a level where you can solve the problem yet. Okay, so now what you want to do is you want to show the journey of you solving the problem. There are plenty of influencers who their whole page is just about their journey, right? This is me from fat to fit. This is me from skinny to ripped. This is me from broke to rich. They show their entire journey. So if you don't solve the problem, you can show the journey of solving the problem. I honestly believe that either one of these work. Because people honestly can relate to this. You're gonna have some pushback when you start teaching how to solve the problem because you haven't built an authority base. So you figure out what problem you want to solve, you then solve the problem or you show your journey solving the problem. I'm gonna use fitness here as an example. If I want to get in better shape, if I notice that I can't get in good shape, I'm gonna either get in good shape or I'm gonna show the journey of me getting in better shape. If that makes sense, right? That should, like, either one. A lot of guys who are complete beginners, it might be better for you to show the journey of you solving the problem. Then what you want to do is after you've decided, do I want to solve the problem or do I want to show the journey solving the problem? You want to start making content on either one. You're either going to make content showing that you solved the problem, how you solved the problem, what were your mistakes, the difficulties solving the problem, or you're just going to show the journey, right? And then as you're doing this, you're going to start to get an audience. And then an audience, you want to provide them a service. The fastest way to make your first 10K in 2025 is to start a service-based business. Service-based businesses, they don't require any capital. So I started my personal training business with no capital. I didn't need any money. I didn't need to raise any money to be able to teach people how to personal train. I literally uploaded videos showing me working out. And I asked people, hey, do you also want help getting in good shape? Do you want some guidance? Here are some things that I've done, right? I've gotten myself in good shape. I showed a transformation of myself. So as you start to get an audience, you create a service-based business by providing them a solution to the problem that they want to solve. Okay? It's gonna be harder for you to go from step 3, or we're gonna call it step 5, right? It's gonna be harder for you to show the journey and then start a business, but in the long run, they're gonna trust you even faster because you have a documented your proof. If you're a guy like me, for instance, I solved the problem first, all right? I was able to jump straight to service-based business with no capital, right? And start providing my service. I just had to be really good. I had to be on my shit. So my knowledge had to be higher. If you're gonna start off, right, after you solve the problem to then provide a service, you gotta know your shit. If you don't know your shit, if you're not well educated or you don't have a lot of knowledge in that subject, it's much better for you to show the journey. Okay, because you might have to skip out, you're gonna have to skip out on the fast cash, right? The little people who might sign up with you so you can create a brand. And brand equals trust. Okay? They need to be able to trust you. This is what a brand does. I have a brand. I created a brand in the self-improvement space, hundreds of thousands of followers, which equates to trust. If I give advice on something that people didn't go and try and they get results from, they inevitably trust me. So the more the future advice I give, they take that they take that with high regard. They listen to the advice that I'm giving. All right. So I sincerely believe brand is the ultimate goal because this is the most trust. And with a brand, you literally can compete with the conglomerates of the world. You can compete with the elites. The brands will be the multi-trillion-dollar entities in the future. Personal brand. Because you can't replace a brand. With AI, with none of this shit, you can't replace a brand. So this is how you make your fastest 10K. What problem do I want to solve, right? I either solve the problem or I show the journey of me solving the problem. Then I'm going to start making content on which one I picked. Am I going to solve the problem and then be knowledgeable about it and then show how I solved the problem, show the ins and outs of the struggles I went through to solve the problem? Or am I going to show the journey, right? Show the journey of me solving the problem. Hey, this is me, guys. I'm fat. I'm going to start going to the gym today. I'm going to try this. I'm going to try that. And then you document your journey. Your journey must be documented. Okay? And then this is the content part. This is what's going to get you new people. You start posting about it. You get your iPhone. You get a tripod. You start talking about your journey. You put tweaks here and there. You find what's already working on the internet. You don't have to reinvent the wheel. You don't have to make up shit out your ass. Find content that is already working well for people who have solved the problem, either people who are giving advice on how to solve the problem that you relate to, that you want to go down and you want to make the same kind of videos, or people who are showing their journey solving the problem. Boom. Once you get an audience, this is going to take some consistency, right? And then you provide a service-based business. A lot of times what happens is a guy might have a problem or like they want to solve. They've already solved the problem, right? And they can just go right to service-based. They might have already built an audience. So which part of this formula are you missing? Some people have an audience and don't have a solution or a service for them. You know what I'm saying? So like some people might have a brand, but they don't have a problem that they solved in their brand. They just kind of created a brand with no identity. So I think this is the fastest way to make your first $10,000 in 2025, right? Every other way is going to be some gimmicky shit, but this is going to create a good foundation for you that you can multiply on your first 10,000. Okay? And this is it. What problem do I want to solve? Do I either solve the problem or show my journey, make content, which will go and get me an audience that I provide a service to. A service-based business doesn't require any capital. And then that leads to me having a brand, which gives me the ultimate trust, right? And then I can charge whatever premium that I want to provide my service once I have trust. And that's it.